Hey guys, Burnished here, bringing you a new Lee Sin Season 3 item guide at the moment. Reason why I'm bringing out an item guide, not a full guide, is because masteries are liable to change due to the Season 3 patch, so are runes, etc. And a lot of them are actually the same from Season 2, as I've seen so far. So this is just a quick item build you can go with. Again, these things are also liable to change, so don't count my every word for it. But this is a very decent build for Lee Sin. It'll keep him nice and tanky, and also still dealing a lot of damage in the jungle. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy. Okay, and as for items, just quickly go through my recommended items. So if you get the Enigma item changer, I put a link in the description if I remember. You can change all of your recommended items to whatever you want, and you can label these up as much as you want. I haven't labeled them up too much, I just changed ones that I particularly want. Starting items, you want to go for Machete 5 potions. This really helps your sustain, and Machete is such a good item now. Like every single jungler that I know of picks that up, so you should definitely pick that up. Pretty decent move speed, 3, 5, and 7 even at the start of the game, so it's still very decent and gives you that mobility that Lee Sin sort of has. First item you want to particularly aim for is the Wriggles Lantern. 15 AD, 30 armor, 10% lifesteal, basic attack, 725% to do 500 damage, and a ward. So, you know, it's all around such an amazing item for Lee Sin. Wriggles, only 400 gold to pick up after you pick up your Machete. That is such a reduced amount. So you can pick up your Madreds pretty much first time you back, and maybe even some boots as well. This just means you can dragon like as soon as it spawns. Not obviously literally, but you can dragon very early on in the game. Next, I would go for Merc Treads straight away. Either that or Ninja Tabby, pretty much your decision. If they don't have a lot of CC or lacking a lot of magic damage, then you go for Ninja Tabby instead. But I would go for Boots 2 pretty much instantaneously. Reason being is just because Boots 2 helps you out with your mobility. You know, plus 45% movement speed, I believe that is. Yeah, so if you get it right now, you'd have about 400 move speed. Having that at around level 6, 7 really does help. It just speeds you up so much, and it just makes your gank so much more successful. So I find that pretty useful. It means that you can't really get caught out as well. Next item I'm going for is Aegis. Aegis is such a strong item on Lee Sin, I feel, just because it makes him that little bit tankier, which is particularly what he is missing. So definitely pick up that. It doesn't cost that much, 2150. You can pick this up if the support is going to have one as well, but it's generally best just to pick one up yourself. You can pick up 2, and it makes Lee Sin even tankier when standing next to the support, so that is an idea as well. It depends how tanky you particularly want to go. If I was with someone up top lane who isn't particularly that tanky, can't think of an example right now, but maybe like a Teemo or something, I would definitely build an Aegis and make sure my support is building an Aegis as well, and then build a very tanky. But after you build that, then go for a Sightstone. Now, Sightstone, but Burnish, that's a support item. Now, Sightstone's just works so well with Lee Sin. I may even get this before I get Aegis. Like I may get the Armor, Emblem of Valor, and Ruby Crystal before I get Sightstone, simply because Sightstone just works so well on Lee Sin. You get 3 wards, I believe. You can place down 3 wards. Oh no, sorry, with Sightstone you can place down 2. But still, that means you don't have to carry around individual wards, you don't have to buy them, you don't have to realize that you haven't bought them and then die. But you have wards there just to place down, safeguard 2, and it's just a great way to get away from enemies if you're in bad positioning, etc. It's just overall synergizes so well with Lee Sin, and it's a pretty much definite pickup. You can build this into a Ruby Sightstone as well if you need the extra ward. It's really good for the extra HP as well, but it does cost about 500 gold more. Still pretty worth it for the extra HP you get, and for the extra ward as well. Okay, moving on to other items. Black Cleaver. Pretty much you're going to buy this item instantaneously. If I'm doing very well in a game, I'll build it before Aegis. If I'm having a normal game, then I'll build it after Aegis. But Black Cleaver is so strong right now. It's just ridiculous how strong Black Cleaver is. Like, people are building like 4 of these, so definitely build one. You don't have to go as far as building 4, but you could do if you want, I suppose. Still, yeah, definitely good item, so pick that one up. Yeah, so after you got that, it is probably going to get nerfed, actually. I may just mention this. It's probably going to get nerfed, so if you're watching this video, like, and it says this video was posted about 2 months ago, then Black Cleaver's most likely been nerfed. Still going to be useful on Lee Sin unless they take away the cooldown reduction for whatever reason and the armor penetration. If they do that, then it's worthless. But if they keep those 2 stats, then it's pretty useful for Lee Sin. I would still pick it up anyway, and I'd definitely think of it as a very good offensive item. Next item you can pick up is a Phage, simply because you can build those into which either one of these you particularly want to. You can build it into a Frozen Mallet to give you that extra HP and the constant slow, or you can build it into a Trinity Force. Problem with Trinity Force is you don't gain that much from the mana, but all the other stats do help you as well, plus you do more damage with your Q. Pretty much with every single one of your abilities, you just do a ton more damage. So it's a very good item for Lee Sin for offensive, and Phage, if you put it here, it's a very good item for defensive as well. Continuing on the line of offense, actually, if they have a lot of magic damage, if they're running double AP, I'd build a Hex Drinker over the Phage, just so you can build this into more of Malmortius. Pretty obvious, pretty self-explanatory, 36 magic resist and the shield. Last Whisper, you can build this as you can build this instead of Black Cleaver because it does give a little bit more penetration if they're above about 125. So if they're really high in armor, if they're stacking armor like a beast, then I'd build a Last Whisper instead of your Black Cleaver. Other than that, some other items are decent, but you sort of need a mix between your offensive and defensive. If you're going full offense on Lee Sin, it generally doesn't work unless you have a tank in the mid lane and a tank in the top lane, which is not really going to happen. You're going to have a squishy target in the mid lane, and I suppose you'll have a bruiser in the top lane, but that's not pure tank. If you do have a tank in the top lane, you can build most of these offensive items, but still a good defense item is always justified. Back to the defensive items. Already talked about Frozen Mallet. Spirit's Visage is useful. The increased healing, regeneration, and drain effects does not help you in any particular way. It helps you with sustain with your W, your safeguard, just giving you more lifesteal, you know, just getting more HP back from mobs. The reason why I'd pick it up is just for the extra magic resist, and also it gives cooldown reduction. Most of the times I'd build a Hex Drinker over building this, but it can be useful in some cases for the extra cooldown reduction. Next item, Randuin's Omen. Obvious, if they've got a Fed AD carry, I'd pick this up indefinitely, just for the attack speed slow when you jump on them, etc. And finally, Guardian Angel, good item everywhere. Just at any time, if you're going full offense or full defense, it's always a decent item to pick up, giving you that extra life, just to win a team fight basically. It's a very good reason to pick that up. And finally, I've labeled this bit super duper late game, because once you get to that super duper late game, you'll most likely sell this Wriggles and you'd buy a Bloodthirster. This is at like a 60-minute game when you have nothing else left to buy. Before I forget, Sightstone, while being good, if you've got a full build, as in all your items are maxed out and you still have a Sightstone, sell the Sightstone and then build something else, and then sell the Wriggles and build the Bloodthirster. So work at it that way, and then that should completely finish you off for your entire build. And that's about it for items. About to be AFK. For Jungle Path, if I can just quickly show this here, you want to start at the Wraiths, you want to go down to Red Buff. Now from Red Buff you pretty much can gank anywhere, most likely ganking the mid lane, a lot of minions in mid lane. Or you can go down for a gank bot lane. Very good idea to go down for a gank in bot lane, because a lot of teams or a lot of bot lanes don't ward until around level 3, or at least until they're level 2. So they will not be expecting a gank in the bot lane, and you can sometimes even catch them when they're going to ward. So that is definitely a good advantage. If you have failed at ganking mid or bot, or if you have succeeded in ganking mid or bot, either back or go to your Wraiths, Wolves, sorry, and then go to your blue, finish that, and then go top lane. And then pretty much you can do whatever you want, but that's a very decent start on Lee Sin. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this guide. put in the comment section below any guides you want to really request. I know a few junglers, and I can do a bit more research on a couple of them. So if you want any guides on any particular junglers, then just ask in the comment section below, and I will see you all next time.